Morning, everybody, and welcome to another episode of The Breakfast Show with Marisha LaShay. It is your girl, Marisha LaShay, and it's so good to be here before you guys. So, with that being said, you guys, you know how we already do. Welcome to all of my returners and welcome to all my new friends. If you are just tuning in, welcome, welcome, welcome. It is so good that you are here. Let's go ahead and get started. So, before I get all excited, I always like to go ahead and give honor to God who's ahead of my life. I thank Him for bringing me to another episode here in the month of April. I'm so ecstatic. It is the morning. Good morning. Hello. Happy Wednesday. It's hump day. It's your day. Okay. I always got to give honor to God for all that He has been doing in my life. Definitely ecstatic. He has definitely just been keeping me busy with work. He has definitely just been, man, just all in with me, just man, walking with me, talking with me, just being and just being with me and walking with me is all that I need right now because God is keeping me in this season of being busy, you know. So with that being said, I haven't talked to y'all since November, but here we go again in April. Um, always coming with updates. We have locked down 17 countries. If you did not know, I talked a little bit about this yesterday, but again, I'm just running it back for those who didn't get a chance to tune in yesterday. You tuning in this morning, and I thank you for being here. Second thing, 1,500 listeners. Listen, I don't take this lightly. I am truly thankful because, again, I don't podcast every day. I only podcast in the months that have 30 days. Okay. This started as just an idea. It has grown into something so beautiful. Those who have joined my community, thank you for your support because none of this is possible without God making it possible for me. And then you guys continuing to just keep supporting me. New listeners are tuning in from different places, and I appreciate you. But God just giving me the balance to be able to balance it out in November, in September, in April, June, So these are the months that have 30 days. I'm going to just run it back one more time. April, June, September, November. This is a big year because in November, I'll be celebrating 5 years. So this started during COVID. We ain't have nothing to do but to sit down and listen, right? So, I thank God for the opportunity. Definitely thank God. When I started, I was teaching. Since I've been doing it, I've been teaching. So I just want to thank God for all that He's doing and just the seasons that He's brought me through in my life. Because in the darkness, everybody don't see you; they just seeing you shine in the light. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and check in mentally. How are you feeling on a scale from 1 to 10? This is our mental check-in. We start on a scale from 1 to 10, one being the worst of our life. Can I be below a one? Absolutely. And 10 being the best day of our life. Okay. And when we talk about the best day of our life, this could be anything. Can I be off the scale? Absolutely. Because nobody's going to be able to tell you how to feel when it comes down to your mental health and where you are in the season in your life. So with that being said, you guys, I want to go ahead and let you know this is day 2 of the Breakfast Show with Marisha LaShay. The show will be in effect for the next 28 days. So please feel free to tune in, go back and catch some episodes from previous seasons. This is just a continuation of random questions. This is the theme this time. Random questions that I have randomly came up with and just tapping into and talking about it. So let's go ahead and jump in for today's questions. Well, yeah, definitely. Here we go. Um, y'all know I always got my notes. Here we go. The question of the day. Do you ever compare your life to others and say, at least that's not me? Do you ever compare your life to others, excuse me, and say, at least that's not me? It's the question for today. And today is going to look a little bit different. So just go ahead and walk through this journey with me because you're going to be, it's going to be me versus me, talking to me, asking the questions, answering the questions. So stay tuned. All right, all right. Let's go ahead and get this interview started. We have Marisha LaShay, and I'm Marisha too. I'm Marisha too, and we have Marisha LaShay. Let's go. First question. Which is our question of the day. Do you ever compare your lives to others and say, at least that's not me? My answer is yes. I do compare my life to others and say, at least that's not me. You know, oftentimes I find myself comparing my life to others when the opportunity is there for me to have that moment. I never make public service announcements regarding someone else's transgressions, just privately reflecting in a reflective space. The opportunity presents itself. I'm very curious to know more about that. Who are going through different stuff or different situations and stories, social media, and various spaces. It catches my attention and piques my interest to want to know more and to channel a moment of reflection and constant questions. Pique your interest. Okay. Yes. Yes. So is it situational based on the person? It could be people I actually know, friends, social media followings, even people I admire. It's like studying human behavior in various situations. And I often think about the types of games I could create back when I was the only child, the type of imagination, I've always had. It's very extraordinary and it unlocks an entirely different world. Another question for you though, really? Okay. So, have you ever shared these feelings with anyone else before? Challenge. I wonder, what they've been through, and will this ever end for them? Is it self-inflicted or designed by the creator? I have to begin to wonder and find myself wondering often, drifted off into the place of seeking answers out of curiosity, and then I begin to uncover and reflect back just to my previous situations that are relatable or forthcoming without projection of my own fears on others or what could possibly happen. Mm. This is really interesting. Do you ever think that you could consider working in the field of psychology? Um, mm, no. I never really wanted to pursue anything professionally with psychology, especially since this year I've taken on a lot of new roles throughout the school that I'm currently working at. Saying that, tell me more. Are you a teacher, lead, etc.? Well, for those of my listeners that are, here with me today, I am a teacher. I teach math. And it's so good, like in the best way, because when I'm not teaching math, I'm thinking of how math is used in reality in regards to the real world. I think about the application and the conceptual concepts, students could relate to, and use. Excuse me. Shout out to you. I know a few teachers. I know a lot of teachers actually. Okay. So what subject do you teach? Okay. Yes. Come on, representation matter. Okay. 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 I love that for you and the way that you conceptualize mathematics and your love, which is always amazing. Yes. Lachey, that's for you, girl. Just being able to make those connections, But I do have, before I get out of here, I do have four things that I would like to share about comparing your life to others. Just to remember. Yes. Lachey, that's for you, girl. Yes. Okay. Well, you have the floor to go ahead and share. Just to remember. Number one, curiosity is not a bad thing. However, everyone's journey. I'm going to zip my lip and let you do you. Just to remember. Number one, curiosity is not a bad thing. However, everyone's journey in life is different. So please understand that because your neighbor got a new car, that is not your sign to go and get a new car. Just because your neighbor got a new car, that is not your sign to go and get a new car just because you wanted one. Understand the difference between curiosity and insecurity. Number two, yes, curiosity. Number two, learn yourself, the why behind your day-to-day actions and rationale, your triggers, and also changing. It's like updating your emergency contact every year, but this update is with you and being able to share these nuances in certain settings so others are prepared every year. But this update is with you and being able to share these nuances in certain settings so others are prepared and aware of them if it's relevant. Okay. Third thing, the Me Too syndrome, which equals imposter syndrome. And here's what I mean. Because you see someone going through something such as a struggle, and then you fabricate a struggle just because they are struggling and then expect them to reciprocate what you gave them. That's not genuine. That's attention seeking behavior in the need of reciprocation in the relationship because there's a lack of. Okay. Um, Last thing, four, differentiate the reality from what is being presented from what is being portrayed, okay, in the media, creating an illusion and mental delusions. So, with that being said, I want to run those back. One, curiosity is not a bad thing. However, everyone's journey in life is different. So, please understand, okay? Understand yours and others. Two, learn yourself, the why behind your day to day actions and rationale. Three, the Me Too syndrome equals imposter syndrome. Four, differentiate the reality from what is actually being portrayed on the media or in the media. So, with that being said, thank you guys for having me on the Breakfast Show, Marisha LaShay. I really, really enjoy myself. And yes, mm-mm, mm. Come on, last point.